What is a language domain in sociolinguistics? Imagine walking into a room and instantly knowing how to speak, behave, or even dress based on who is there and what the setting is. That's kind of what a language domain is in sociolinguistics. It's a specific social or situational space where people choose certain ways of speaking. Think about your daily life. At home with family, you might speak differently than you do at work or with friends. Each of these settings is a different language domain. In sociolinguistics, a language domain helps explain how language use changes depending on where you are and who you're with. For example, a person might speak one language at home with their family and switch to another at their job. This shows how language choices are tied to social roles and relationships. It's not just about knowing a language but knowing when and where to use it. Language domains also involve the social rules that guide communication. For instance, you might speak more formally at a business meeting than when chatting with friends. These differences are influenced by factors like social distance, status, and the purpose of the conversation. If you are in a family domain, you might use informal language, but in a professional setting, you switch to more formal speech. Another key part of language domains is the idea of a linguistic repertoire. This is all the languages, dialects, or styles a person can use. Depending on the domain, different parts of this repertoire are activated. Someone might switch from speaking English at work to speaking Spanish at home, or mix elements of both in certain situations. This switching is called code switching, and it often signals a change in social context or identity. Sociolinguist Joshua Fishman emphasized that language domains are arenas where language use follows patterns based on social roles. His question, "Who speaks what language to whom and when?" captures how these domains shape language choices. In real life, analyzing language domains helps us see how language functions as a social tool. It shows how people maintain social boundaries or adapt to new ones. For example, in multilingual communities, switching languages often marks a shift in the domain, like moving from a casual chat to a formal meeting. So, in simple terms, a language domain is a social space where language choices are made based on the situation, the people involved, and the social expectations. It's a way to understand how language reflects and reinforces social relationships. Whether you are talking to your family or colleagues, your language adapts to fit the domain you are in.